What happens to those who challenge Allah? Part 1. Have you ever wondered about the existence of the devil? This video is about the devil who was once an angel, but his pride and arrogance led him to become a disbeliever. In the Islamic faith, the story of Satan is one that has fascinated believers and non-believers alike for centuries. Known as the first disbeliever of Allah, Satan's fall from grace serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of swell-headedness and disobedience. Today we delve deeper into the story of Satan, exploring the origins of his rebellion and the impact it has had on the world we know today. The Quran describes Satan as a jinn, a creature made of smokeless fire, who was once among the most respected and devout of Allah's creations. But Satan's pride and refusal to bow the nungo to Adam, the first man, sealed his fate as an outcast and enemy of Allah. Join us as we explore the rich history and mythology surrounding the icon of Satan, and the lessons we can learn from his tragic story. Iblis was proud and windbag and saw himself as larger than Adam, considering Adam was made from earth and Iblis from smokeless fire. For this act of disobedience, God cursed him to hell forever, but gave him respite until the day of judgment, when Iblis requested it. Iblis obtained permission from God and pledged that he would use this opportunity to lead all human men and women off target to hell, as a way of revenge against them. By refusing to obey God's command, he was thrown out of paradise, and from that point, he was tabbed Shaitan. The word Shaitan is derived from shat, which means rope, used to control something or attach something to get something else. Allah, moreover, revealed that he created man from mud and told the angels to prostrate to Adam. However, Iblis refused to do so and said that he was superior to Adam, considering God made him from fire and Adam from earth. Ironically, Satan did not disrupt Allah's plans by causing Adam and Eve to be expelled from Jannah, as everything is part of Allah's knowledge and design. Satan is the source of all sin and evil, including modern forms of materialism, agnosticism, and pleasure-seeking. He misleads people to pursue their sinful desires and gratify their hedonistic inclinations, which play into his hands. Satan was confused and wrong about fundamental things in life, such as the notion of free will and fatalism. Despite the well-spoken teachings of the Quran, there are still disbelievers who deny the existence of the devil and reject the notion of God's divine punishment. They oppose the idea of an eternal hell is unjust and inhumane, and they refuse to know the idea that they will be held subject for their actions. Regardless of the well-spoken warning and punishment from Allah, Satan continues to lead humans off target by whispering evil suggestions into their hearts. He has vowed to lead mankind astray, except for those who are steadfast and obedient to Allah. In the Quran, Satan is described as an enemy of mankind and a well-spoken misleader. Allah has warned us well nigh the tricks and schemes of Satan, and has instructed us to seek refuge in him from Satan's whispers. Satan's goal is to take people yonder from the path of righteousness and lead them toward eternal damnation. Quran says, "And let not the shaitan prevent you from Sirat al-Mustaqim. Surely he is your open enemy. Secret counsels are only the work of the shaitan, that he may cause to grieve those who believe, and he cannot hurt them in the least expect with Allah's permission, and on Allah let the believers rely." Like the shaitan, when he says to man, "Disbelieve," but when he disbelieves, he says, "I am surely clear of you. Surely I fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds." Therefore, the end they are both in the fire to bide the rain, and that is the reward of the unjust. In wings to the traditions and Quranic verses, well nigh Iblis, there are moreover several sayings of Prophet Muhammad SAW regarding Satan. One of these sayings states that during sleep, Satan ties knots at the wen of the head. The Prophet explains that Satan whispers to the person to Al-Mani sleeping, but if the person wakes up and remembers Allah, one knot is undone. Performing wash undoes the second knot, and praying undoes all 3 knots. This hadith emphasizes the importance of remembering Allah and performing daily prayers to undo the knots of Satan and start the day with a positive and energetic mindset. Satan's strategies are stemmed from his cowardice and fear. Satan's powers come from his ability to seduce, trick, and mislead people through his whispers and incitements. He uses strategic locations, conducive environments, and attractive baits to catch people. Satan's jurisdiction is to provide false adornment and beautification. He can only operate in environments where there are no values, no truth, no virtue, no beauty, no hope, no meaning, and nothing. Satan is a coward who only appears strong when things go his way. When the tables are turned, he falters and cracks under real pressure. He can sense that the destruction of either party is imminent, and whichever way and outcome, he is set to win. Satan's relationship with people is one of betrayal and deceit. Despite inciting people to go against Allah, Satan admitted twice that he fears Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Another saying of Prophet Muhammad, SAW highlights the deceptive nature of Satan. He states that Satan is like a caller who invites people to disbelieve in Allah, but when they follow him, he disowns them and says, "I am self-ruling from you. I fear Allah, the Lord of the worlds." This hadith highlights the importance of stuff enlightened of Satan's deceptions and staying steadfast in faith to stay falling into his traps. Satan's immunity and swell-headedness led him to defy Allah's writ and refuse to prostrate to Adam, the first human created by Allah. As a result, Allah cursed him and expelled him from his grace forever. Despite stuff, the first disbeliever, Satan continues to deceive and misguide humans, luring them yonder from the path of righteousness and towards sin and destruction. It is important for us to be enlightened of Satan's tricks and tactics and to seek refuge in Allah from his influence. We must remember that Satan has no power over us unless we requite into his temptations. The story of Satan's fall from grace is a warning to all of us to be mindful of our own deportment and to strive towards obedience and submission to Allah. We must not let pride and arrogance veiling us from the truth, as it did to Satan. As Muslims, we must continuously seek Allah's guidance and protection from Satan's whispers and temptations. We should recite Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas regularly, as they serve as powerful shields versus Satan's influence. May Allah guide us all towards the straight path and protect us from Satan's deception. Understanding the story of Satan and his rebellion versus Allah is crucial for every believer. It teaches us well-nigh the dangers of arrogance, disobedience, and disbelief. We learn that no matter how upper one's rank or status may be, they are not wilhum the laws and commands of Allah.